Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and in today's video we're going to be looking into the energies ahead for the upcoming month of January. Literally cannot believe that we are about to head into 2024. So this will just kind of look into your monthly outlook and see what energies, events, situations of significance are potentially headed your way based off of the current energy. Getting into our disclaimers. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so some messages may apply quite specifically and accurately to you, other messages might not, so please be discerning. If it feels confusing or if it doesn't feel like it fits for you, don't try to force it to fit. Simply just release it and let it go, and respect that that message was likely meant for somebody else out there in the collective. Tarot readings should be watched with discernment. Please make sure that you always remember that these readings are for entertainment purposes only. If you do want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and we are going to get into our pile selection. And I forgot to mention this in the intro today, guys. We're going to be working with tarot and oracle cards as always. I'm also going to be working with some charms and dice, and we have these runes here that we're going to be incorporating as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy some of the new things that I'm going to be adding into the channel. So for our pile selection, we're working with a choice between 3 piles for today's reading. We have pile number 1, and this is the rune that is for pile 1. We have pile 2 here with the corresponding rune, and pile number 3 here. So I want you guys to take a deep breath. Think about the upcoming month of January and what is in store for you. Go ahead and select the rune or the card that you feel the most intuitively connected to. Really selecting your pile with your intuition and your gut instincts. Once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected reading. See you there. Hey pile 1, and welcome to your reading for the month of January. So let's go ahead and we're going to jump in to see what is ahead for you. So starting us off, you all selected this little rune right here. This is new for me. I'm still learning this, so not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but this is the name of this rune. It's called Uruz, and it stands for strength. So we're going to set that off to the side. Let's take a look at your cards. From the tarot, we have the Ace of Rockets, which is the Ace of Wands. We have the 8 of Comets reverse, which is the 8 of Cups in reverse. And then we have the full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. All right, pile number 1. So we're going to start here. And of course, we're going to add on more cards. We will be adding in charms at the end of your reading as well. So please make sure you're staying tuned for that. All right. So it's interesting that your rune that you guys selected has to do with strength, because I am seeing some indications here that you guys during the month of January are going to really be working on your personal courageousness and even your stamina and vitality, maybe physically or creatively. We have the full moon in Virgo here. So the full moon is telling me that coming into the month of January, this is all about closing out a cycle or kind of reflecting on this past little bit of time leading up to the month of January that you're headed into. Virgo energy has to do with a lot of different themes. So just to throw out some examples, for some of you guys, this could have to do with your physical health or mental health, just health and well-being in general. For others of you guys, this could have to do with being of service to others. Virgo energy can also be an energy that's very analytical, and it can be a little bit nitpicky as well. And so it's interesting that we have this energy of you are good enough being kind of the highlighted message on this card, because I do feel that there's something about your situation that needs to be kind of closed out in terms of being too hard on yourself or being too picky around something. Self-worth coming through really strong here. And with that strength rune coming up, there's something here for you guys to reflect on this month around your ability to kind of stand courageously and strong and stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself. Maybe even being more confident and just putting yourself out there in a new or different way or in a creative way. So we have the Ace of Rockets and we have the Eight of Comets in reverse. So like, I kind of am drawn over here first. The Eight of Cups in reverse is saying that there's still some sort of lingering emotion around a situation, right? Like we're at the full moon, which is kind of where the situation is coming to a peak, or we're closing out a cycle, closing out a chapter, but there's still something that you're hanging on to with regard. Like, I feel like there's something you guys are really needing to release with your situation this month. The Eight of Cups in reverse is telling me that there's something about your circumstances where it's like you're not really feeling emotionally fulfilled by it, but you're just kind of staying in it because maybe it's comfortable. There could be a little bit of fear of walking away. And maybe part of this exercise this month for you around advocating for yourself and strength and courage is about you finally standing up and saying like, no, I deserve better, and having the courage to maybe search out greener pastures or to open yourself up to new and different possibilities. We have the Ace of Rockets, the Ace of Wands. So there's also an energy this month of new beginnings in terms of creative inspiration. Okay, so some of you guys could be kind of having some aha moments or coming to some sort of realizations around your situation this month. And I feel like there's a lot of excitement here with the Ace of Wands. Excitement, stamina, vitality kind of being brought back into things here. And that could be maybe why there's like this hesitancy to fully release and walk away, because maybe you're kind of starting to feel like you have the energy now to close this out properly or to wrap something up before doing so. So hopefully this is making sense. Let's continue. Pile 1. What is next coming into the month of January? What is happening for pile 1? Clarifying energies, please. Ooh, we have this energy of deceit coming up. What else for pile 1? Okay. We also have Door to Spirit. This is so beautiful. And look at this. We have the throat chakra being activated here. So yes, like I was saying, there's something this month for you guys to learn around being able to advocate for yourself, speak up for yourself. The deceit energy is really interesting. This could have to do with a partnership. It doesn't have, this looks like a romantic partnership in the picture, but it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can be any sort of partnership or connection. And look at this, you guys. We have the Angel of Strength underneath of that. Courage, vitality, stamina, all of those things are super important to your month. So with this deceit energy coming up here, I feel like there's somebody here. This could be a person. This could also be your own energy, pile 1. But there's something here that is not as it seems, or there's an energy of you guys maybe like being taken advantage of in some capacity. And I do feel that this is kind of coming into the light this month for you. The Door to Spirit coming up is super significant because like this is telling me that what you're going through is all part of like this greater spiritual path that you're on. Like you're walking through this door to spirit this month through learning this lesson about strength and stamina and advocating for yourself. Let's look at these cards in the guidebook really quick. So deceit is talking about hidden tactics and manipulation. This card comes as a warning that there may be some deception going on in your life. The person hiding behind the curtain is likely someone you know or deal with, either personally or professionally. Yes, see, it's a connection with someone. The duplicity could be regarding a personal issue, like someone spreading rumors or disrespecting you to others, self-worth. Or it could be a business matter where details are being hidden or even manipulated. Be aware of what's going on in your life. The man behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable. So watch your money and your good name and make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. A deeper layer of meaning may be that the deception is actually coming from within. Is there something that you're lying to yourself about? In this case, the bag of valuables may be holding things like self-esteem, happiness, and even leisure time. Whether it's about your life or yourself, remember that the universe has a hard time sending you honoring experiences if your energy is shrouded in self-deceit. So for some of you guys, yes, it could be another person, but I feel like for a lot of you, that message is about your own self-deception, right? Like being able to be authentic to who you are and know that you are worthy of being yourself completely and wholly as you are. right? And that's what the throat chakra really talks about too. This is about being able to be authentically you and stand in your truth, okay? So you guys could be dealing with a blockage in the throat chakra that needs to be cleared. There's like this fear of being yourself, this fear of expressing who you are. Maybe you guys feel like you have to suppress that side of yourself for whatever reason. All right, let's continue. Pile 1. What is up for pile 1 coming into the month of January? What do they need to know? We have Electra, the shining star, glow. I no longer dim my light. I shine bright for all to see. Yes. So kind of, you know, in tandem with this message about self-worth and being good enough, this is very much echoing that sentiment, right? This is about standing out. And look at this, you guys. We have like partnership energy being echoed at the undertone of this reading many times. This is the Lovers. This cosmic union is destined for greatness. So like, this is something to do with a partnership or another person in your life, where you guys have maybe been feeling like you're not worthy of something or feeling unable to be yourself. Maybe this person is sort of like hiding something or operating in a way that feels manipulative, right? But this card right here, this is highlighting your solar plexus chakra. So this is all about being confident and strength, right? With your rune, being able to stand true to who you are and be comfortable with who you are. Kind of standing in your power and not allowing deceptive people or manipulative people to make you feel like you can't be who you really are authentically. So I kind of feel you guys like exiting this situation, like closing out this cycle, moving through this lesson, and working on becoming more comfortable with being in the spotlight and knowing that you are worthy of being in the spotlight. Okay, so pile 1. Let's close it out with a couple of these, and we're going to move into your charms and dice. So for pile 1, please tell us, what do they need to know about their month of January? What else? Letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. I feel like you guys are just like inspired by this lesson that you're learning. And there is a release with the full moon. And the 8 of Cups too, right? Like this is all about walking away. So maybe you guys this month are just sort of tying up some loose ends with regard to the situation and then releasing it and letting it go. Taking the lessons that you've learned with you and walking through this door to spirit onto your like next level up, if that makes sense. We have romance. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. See, it's like a lot of you guys have been dealing with this in a romantic relationship, right? Or just a connection in general. Love is definitely the theme, right? Partnerships and loving partnerships, whether they're familial, romantic, friendships, whatever it is. You guys have been dealing with a situation where you felt like you had to dim your shine because of this other person and whatever expectations they're putting on you or whatever it is. Like there's this energy of not feeling confident in being yourself. Okay. You guys also have the best possible direction at the bottom of the deck, right? This says, Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. So it's like there also could have been like an inability to see things clearly, which makes a lot of sense with this manipulation energy, whether it's your own self-manipulation or this person being manipulative. Things were confusing, things were foggy, things were hazy, but I see things getting a lot clearer for you around the situation this month, and you guys really kind of making this decision to close out this cycle, learn the lessons, step into your self-worth, your power, and just be yourself. Okay, so pile 1, let's go ahead and we're going to clear these cards off camera, and I'm going to set up for your charms. All right, pile 1. So let's go ahead and we're going to go in with your charms and your dice, and I'm just going to start with these dice and just see where they land. Anything that falls outside of this charm board, we're just going to not take into the reading. Okay. All right, so this one we're taking out, and then these two we're going to take out as well. We have the cup here. We have the 10th house. And you guys see how it's kind of coming out in between your social life and your love life. See, this is definitely like having to do with your love life. We have the first quarter moon here. Let's get some charms. So pile 1, Spirit, what do they need to know about the upcoming month of January? All right, so this one we are not going to take. I feel like this one also fell off the board, so we're not going to take that. We have this fate energy. We have, it feels like the key is sort of here between finances and wealth and health. Safety pin is here with home and family. Yeah, so the button is really funny because the button is sort of talking about pushing through, if that makes sense. And it's interesting that this is coming up here under the self and spiritual energy when you guys kind of had that Door to Spirit card that had come up. So it's like you're pushing through this spiritual lesson, okay? You guys are also unlocking some sort of spiritual insights this month around your financial situation and your health and well-being, which makes a lot of sense with the Strength. You know, it's interesting because when we look in this card with the Deceit, remember that it was talking about how this had valuables. So this may not, for a lot of you guys, I don't know if it's specifically related to like money or finances or valuables like in the material sense, what this is talking about. I feel like it's more just value in the metaphorical sense, like your self-worth or what you value or your values, etc. It may not necessarily even have to do with like the material world of finances. That's what I'm getting. So this is like a fated lesson. This is something like fated. This is something that, you know, is on your spiritual path for a reason. Let's see. There is like this opportunity here with the Ace, not the Ace of Cups, but this is the Cup. Oops, hold on a second. I'm dropping stuff on the ground. The Cup does have to do with love, relationships, and emotions. So that's definitely coming up here. There's certainly, for a lot of you guys this month, an emphasis on romantic partnerships here. And maybe a lot of you guys have just been feeling like, you know, for some of you guys, I almost feel like you guys, with this Deceit energy, like going back to how for some of you this is about self-deceit. It's like some of you guys, I think, don't feel worthy of love. There could be like some self-sabotaging energy coming through. And that is where some of these tough lessons may be coming from, right? But yeah, we definitely have an emphasis here on love and relationships and partnerships here. You guys also have the 10th house showing up, which has to do with your public image, what you're known for, career, things like that. It's coming up here between social life and love and partnerships. So you guys this could actually have to do with like a work situation, like somebody from work or partnerships at work, connections at work, maybe someone that you're romantically connected to in the workplace for some of you guys. Let's see what else do we have? So you guys also have the Wheel, which is talking about navigation, and you have the Safety pin, which I'm sorry, that's not a safety pin. It's a clothes pin. Excuse me. That talks about security. So there's something about your home and family life with this first quarter moon that you're taking action on. Something that's providing you with more security, and you guys could be like moving maybe for some of you this month, like moving away or just making some sort of movement there. So it's like there's a few different themes that are coming through for you guys this month. I feel like the biggest theme is around your spiritual development and learning your self-worth around like your values, your literal value, whether it's monetary or like metaphorical, and then also love and partnerships and self-worth as it's connected there. But then there's also like this energy here with you guys like maybe relocating or making some sort of changes into a more secure like living situation. So Looks like you guys have a really eventful month ahead, pile one. I would love to hear from you in the comments around how you feel this may resonate with your situation and what all has been going on with you. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I'll look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey, pile two, and welcome to your reading. So we're looking to see what are the energies ahead for you heading into the month of January, and you guys chose this rune here. I am new to interpreting runes, so I may be pronouncing this incorrectly, but this rune is Kanaz, which stands for guidance. So something about guidance, support, assistance feels significant to your month this month. Let's take a look and see what the context is behind this. So from the tarot, we've got the Five of Lasers, which is the Five of Swords. We also have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the energy is gaining momentum, the waxing moon. Okay, so what is going on for you guys this month? We're going to start here and then build on to that. So with the waxing moon coming up, this is basically saying like you guys are moving forward in a situation that is just kind of starting off. Like there's been some sort of new beginning coming into this reading, coming into the month of January. There's been a new start to something in your life. And the waxing moon is really just saying like if this is a goal that you're really serious about, you want to keep going, keep pushing through. And remember that like you need to give yourself grace because you've just started, especially if this is about a goal that you're wanting to achieve and you guys are feeling frustrated that you're not quite where you want to be yet. It's like, it's basically saying give yourself that patience, give yourself grace because you just are getting started and things are starting to pick up with it. I do feel like there is some sort of like support with the Six of Pentacles reverse that you guys might be needing, which makes a lot of sense with your rune kind of speaking of the keyword guidance, right? Like Six of Pentacles is sometimes when we're getting support, but with strings attached. Now, some of you guys could be the ones giving support. You guys could be getting support. But with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this is when there's some sort of strings attached to it, or it's like some sort of one-sided generosity. This can also talk of like someone giving something to us for like ulterior motives, if that makes sense. You see here, like in this card, how we have her sort of like, it almost looks like she's like making an offering or like praying to this deity or something like that. I definitely feel that there's like some sort of like a power imbalance, maybe not a power imbalance, but there's some sort of power dynamic that you guys need to be considerate of as you're moving forward with like getting assistance or guidance from this situation or this person. Okay. We also have the Five of Lasers, which is the Five of Swords, which again, it's making me feel like there's something that's a little bit like underhanded about this, or sabotagey about this. You guys, I feel like also, for some of you, could be coming into this month in this new situation and feeling challenges with it, with the Five of Lasers, feeling like you need that additional support or help or assistance. And that's where we're getting this Six of Pentacles reversed. So let's just continue on. I'm curious to understand what else is happening here. What other information does pile two need to know about their month of January? What is this about? One thing that's like really standing out to me about this Five of Swords is like how scared this person looks, right? Don't they look kind of fearful? To me, like they do. Like they've just kind of taken out this quote unquote enemy, but they look fearful. So I just feel like there's a need to just be cautious that you guys are not making decisions out of fear, but rather making decisions out of logic. Now, this card is not always bad, right? It can also talk about being ambitious and being willing to win at all costs, which I guess could be good or bad depending on how you look at it. Let's see, pile two. Oh, wow, we have contracts coming up here. What else for pile two? January energy. Door to romance. With the Temple path here, I do feel like this is sort of reassurance to you that you guys are divinely guided on this path, and you are surrounded by like your ancestors, your angels, your spirit guides. That's what these little orbs represent here. So I think it's really important this month for you guys with this Five of Swords to really ensure that you're leaning into your intuition and not allowing any self-sabotaging thoughts or fears to have you making decisions that you may regret. Okay, because you are safe, you are protected, and there's no need to make decisions out of fear. Is what I'm getting. So there's definitely some sort of official, like when I'm seeing this here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it does feel like there's some sort of like official contract of support that you guys are getting. Like this could have to do with the loan I'm getting for some of you. The contract is just telling me that whatever guidance or support you are receiving this month, it is serious, right? It's something more serious. It's something that's more official. It's something that's in writing. Maybe it's something that you've signed. On a spiritual note, if you guys know that that doesn't apply to you, spiritually, the contract can talk about karmic lessons, right? So this could be some sort of lesson, spiritual lesson, which I do feel it actually is for a lot of you guys that you're moving through here. We also have the door to romance here, which is making me feel like this is connected to your love life in some way, to like a romantic partner. But the door to romance also talks about there's like this door opening up for you, kind of coming back to this waxing moon. Like this door to romance really talks about a pathway opening up for us to really love and bring more love into our life and just love our life in general. Okay. Yeah, so it talks about new beginnings in love. Whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in the relationship you're in, this door with a heart opens onto a new beginning in your experience. A new love may be arriving and you are being brought together by a strong resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be, that can make sense with the contract. It may be a new tenderness about to bloom in a heartfelt affection. The relationship already exists in energetic potential, so when this card appears in your spread, make sure you're projecting the kind of self-loving energy that you want to receive from others. Be aware that the universe returns your self-caring treatment to you. It's ready to open that door. Are you? So I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, I just feel like this new beginning and this door that you guys are walking into, if this is more spiritual and less about kind of some of these physical things that we're talking about, like loans and all that, I just feel like this new door that you guys are walking into may not be serving you in your highest good 100%, because we have a lot of this self-sabotaging energy. We have a lot of this like lack of vulnerability kind of energy, winning at all costs kind of energy. And then we also have this power imbalance as it pertains to resources, time, effort, and energy, right? So I think it's just going to be really important, coming back to this waxing moon, for you to realize that things are picking up, right? Is this the path that you really want to open? Is this the door that you're really looking to open for yourself? Only you can answer that question. Let's continue for pile 2. So let's see what else. With this rune that you all picked out talking about guidance, this also could be a message for you to look for guidance on your situation from someone that you really trust and someone who you value. Let's see. Pile 1, pile 2. What else do they need to know about the month of January, please? Oh my gosh, we have Asterope, the Star Daughters. I dance, sing, and play with my sisters at sunset. So there's something here this month around like relationships, community, people, that's super significant here. A group of people, maybe even your social life for some of you guys. And that's a beautiful energy. Let's see what else we get before I keep talking. Hold on. Pile 2. What else do they need to know about the month of December, please? Safe travel. Grace. This card is interesting too because it's also showing like a group of people. Grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. I feel like this month you guys have to work on like, or may feel guided to work on like forgiveness of self, giving yourself grace, allowing grace to set yourself free of any negative thoughts or negative situations, because it does feel like there is the potential as you guys head into this month to have some tumultuous energy with people that you love, whether it be like a romantic partnership or whether it be with like, you know, your tribe, your friend group, sisters, family members, something along those lines feels potentially like it could be strained this month, or there's some sort of power dynamics that are out of whack here. So I think giving yourself grace to like navigate the situation the best you can with the tools that you have. And I think that's going to be really important. You guys also appear to be traveling coming into the month of January too. This feels like it could just be like a temporary trip of some sort. Because there's like this energy of you returning home. But there's definitely like an exploration on the horizon for you guys in the month of January too, of some kind. This could be like literal travel, but it could also be metaphorical travel. And I do feel there are some lessons here that you're moving through with the contract coming up. Lessons around being able to be more vulnerable with people, lessons about being yourself, lessons about power dynamics and power imbalances, and like really not only understanding your own motivations for doing things for people, but their motivations for doing things for you. Does that make sense? So let's go ahead. I'm going to clear the board of these cards, pile 2, and then we're going to transition into your charms. All right, pile 2. So let's go ahead and take a look at your charms and your dice, and we will see what else you guys need to know about your month ahead, the month of January. So let's just kind of get these mixed up. And let's see, for pile number 2, what do they need to know about their upcoming month? Anything that kind of falls off of this board, we're not going to take. All right, so like the little elephant came out, for instance, we're going to put him back. All right, so we have the letter A, we have the little unicorn, and then we have the strawberry, we have a star. Let's see, we have a lot of stuff coming up in spirituality, so let me just put these here. All right, and then let's go ahead and roll the dice. We're gonna pull the Astro dice first. And again, if the dice don't actually like fall into a specific area on the board, or if they fall out of the board, we're not gonna take them. All right, so we've got something here. We're gonna put these guys back. And then let's go with these. Number 2. Oops. The new moon was what came up there. It's so interesting that the new moon comes up for you guys, because literally it's just kind of confirming that this is some sort of like new beginning, right? And specifically it looks like it's highlighting a new beginning in career or business for you. So again, this is like a month where it's going to be really important for you guys to set intentions, or maybe in your case, reset some intentions to make sure that like you're really aligned and wanting to move forward onto this path. You guys also have Taurus energy coming up under your social life. So Taurus is beautiful, like because it's kind of talking about like enjoying the finer things in life, enjoying the pleasures in life. So I kind of feel like a silver lining for your month this month is like you guys, your social life and the beautiful connections that you have. Like when I tap into the energy of this card, I get like this beautiful, light, bubbly, just beautiful feeling from it. Something very ethereal. So with Taurus being here, I definitely see you guys like, you know, enjoying yourself, indulging a little bit when it comes to your social life and your friendships and things like that. So let's see what else. We have a lot of stuff coming up in spirituality. So you guys have the Bell, which talks about news. You have the Crown, which talks about honor and respect. You guys have the Skull and the Crossbones here, which talks about depression. So you guys might be receiving some sort of news with the Bell, or even if it's not specific news, it could just be like spiritual insights that you're gaining this month, which I do feel like you're getting some sort of spiritual insights or communication or intuitive hits from your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels. There's something honor and respect, right? It's interesting. We have honor and respect, but then we also have like this Skull and Crossbones, which talks about depression. And then number 2 is talking about balance and harmony and partnerships, right? And we can clearly see that there's something that's off with all of those themes this month in some significant partnership or something even within yourself that's showing up for you as a spiritual lesson. And you guys have the Unicorn here, which sort of, it talks about like things, and it's under your well-being, right? So like there's something here about not everything being as it seems when it comes to your well-being, and I feel like it's connected to your spiritual health, right? Like whatever this is talking about here with your spiritual health, whatever these challenges are that you're going through this month, I do feel like it's impacting your mental health. I mean, it's basically, it said that with the Skull, right? Like there could be an energy of a fantasy, like projecting fantasy onto something instead of looking at it really realistically and seeing it clearly for what it is. But it's interesting too, because like this also is coming up with the Strawberry, which talks about new beginnings. It talks about spring, which talks about new beginnings. And you guys have the new moon. You guys have the waxing moon, which is like a new beginning type of moon, right? You guys could be like starting a new beginning related to your career that also provides a fresh start for your well-being. And the Unicorn can also be like using your imagination, right? And like really feeling hopeful and positive. And I also am getting like once in a lifetime, right? Like when we describe something being a unicorn or someone as being a unicorn, it's like it's this mythical thing that like we all wish we had, but doesn't always exist, or it's like hard to come by, if that makes sense. So I feel like there's definitely like new beginning, like fresh start energy in many areas of your life with career, your well-being, and your spiritual health. There's an opportunity to bring more harmony into these areas this month. You guys also have the Star in your home and family energy, which talks about dream fulfillment. So there's good things, positive things happening in your home and your family unit this month. And you have a couple initials here. You've got the letter U under home and family, and you have the letter A under finances and wealth. So there could be some significant initials here too. Maybe this has to do with like that loan or support or something like that for some of you guys. I don't know. But definitely looks like a very interesting month. You guys have some really heavy, like, it seems like you have some heavy energies that you guys are moving through, or some lessons that you guys need to move through this month. But I also see a lot of positive stuff coming through for you in the realm of like family and home and community. Your social life looks like it's going to be great. So anyway, pile 2, I believe we'll go ahead and end your message here. But as always, comment below. Let me know how you feel like this lines up with you and your personal situation. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I do look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So we're looking to see what's ahead for you in the month of January. We're going to be working with runes, and we're also going to be working with tarot, oracle, and charms. So make sure you guys stay till the end because we will be getting your charms and your dice for your reading. But let's go ahead and jump in with your tarot. So you guys chose this rune here. This rune is called Othala. Apologies if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm new to runes. But it stands for home. So home is of significance this month. Maybe some of you guys are moving, or there's just themes around your home life that are specific to the month of January. Either way, let's jump in and look at your energies. So we have the end sign of rockets, which is the Page of Wands. We have the Fool. Ooh, and we have the full moon in Sag. Beautiful energy. So, Sagittarius energy coming up is bringing in a few different themes. So, specifically in relation to home, I feel like some of you guys could be like, there could be an energy of you guys moving or traveling this month, like specifically long distance or foreign travel for some of you. Sagittarius also talks about themes of like religion, philosophy, spirituality, higher education. Those could all be themes that are kind of sprinkled into your home or your living situation this month. But there's very much this energy of a new beginning here for you with the Fool. And when I saw this, I was thinking of like the phrase beam me up, because it's almost like she's being beamed up into this like, you know, space vessel or whatever, this ship. And she's like very carefree about it, right? It's just sort of like she's relaxed. She's like surrendered to it. And she's just kind of flowing into this new beginning, this new change. And it's interesting that it's like in this energy of the Fool, she's kind of being elevated upwards because the full moon in Sagittarius is asking you to look at the bigger picture this month, right? So there's definitely like an element of looking at your situation from like a bird's eye view and understanding the bigger picture of how all the pieces of everything are fitting together. I do feel you guys are coming to some conclusions this month as well. Now, because the full moon typically talks about like closing out a chapter or the ending of a cycle of some sort, reflecting on something as you move forward into your new beginning. Now, you guys also have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is a very exciting energy. For some of you guys, this could be communication that you're receiving, good news that you're receiving about something to do with your home or feeling at home or whatever the situation is for you. But I also see this as exploration energy. It's like that fire energy of Sagittarius being brought in. This is about you guys starting to like communicate or put feelers out there or just start off on this new beginning, really taking things kind of one step at a time and maybe incorporating a little bit more exploration into your day-to-day, things that feel really fun, things that feel really exciting, things that spark your creativity. So let's continue pile 3. What else does pile 3 need to know about their month of January? You know, it's so funny because literally this card was like in my head as I was shuffling the Journey card, because it really feels like a lot of you guys are moving or like going somewhere new this month. So let's see, pile 3. What else do they need to know about this month of January? Ooh, we have anxiety coming up. Okay. I see what's going on here. We also have Goddess of the Moon. Beautiful energy. Yeah, it's like there's like with Goddess and the Moon, this is just about like tapping into your intuition and just going with the flow, but also like knowing when it's time to kind of pull back your energy and take a rest, right? I feel like you guys with this anxiety card, it's like I see why your guidance here is to look at the bigger picture, because I feel like you might be coming into this month feeling a little bit stressed over like these little details of things, right? Anxiety is like where we feel we need to like control these things. There could be some nitpicky energy coming in to play here. And like you guys are being asked to look at the bigger picture and to surrender to your circumstances, because you guys are moving into like a really beautiful, really exciting new beginning. And these little worries and concerns, while they may be valid, in the grand scheme of things, are they really going to matter when you zoom that lens out, right? So Goddess of the Moon is talking about your intuition and going within. This card shows an eternal spirit holding the bright, reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon and the light of inspiration. It's like very similar to this like beam me up energy, right? This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. So you see, you guys, I feel like there could be this struggle coming into the month of January to like, how do I discern what is like a red flag with the storm warning versus what's just my anxiety, right? What is my intuition telling me versus my anxiety? Like, how do I discern between the both of them? But I feel like with this Goddess of the Moon, it's kind of talking about like that passage I was reading to kind of goes on to talk about like how during the month of January, for example, you might intuitively feel like you need to take a different route home from work or something like that. And by taking that route, it allows you to avoid some sort of crazy accident that you didn't even know was there, right? The point being is that your intuition and your higher self is always looking out for you and guiding you, right? So kind of coming back to this energy of the Fool and this kind of surrender energy, I feel like you guys are being guided to like surrender to your intuition. So instead of trying to like overanalyze everything and sort of think or logic your way out of it, I think this month is about kind of going with the flow and just kind of leaning into this new beginning, knowing and understanding that you're not going to know everything right away, right? The Fool is newbie energy. It's inexperienced energy. It's amateur energy. But I feel you guys do have a strong intuition that's going to be guiding you through this new beginning. All right. Let's see. Pile 3. We have Asterope, the visionary, awake. With an intuitive perspective, I see the bigger picture. This is so, I just love when these synchronicities pop out of the reading, right? This one says, my abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. Beautiful. You guys have to like get out of this anxious energy as best as you can, right? Because I feel like this anxiety is keeping you like in this dark place. You see how it's like these storm clouds outside, and then we have this like storm energy outside as well. You know what I mean? Like the more you're focusing on those negative things, the more negativity is going to manifest around you, right? So I think, again, focus on the bigger picture instead of like the little nitty gritty details that could be stressing you guys out, and lean into your intuition. This card also, it's activating the third eye, just as the Goddess of the Moon is activating the third eye. So this is about seeing it clearly for what it actually is and having like a clear vision for the future, right? Again, I think zooming the lens out and looking at the bigger picture of how this next chapter really fits into like the grand scheme of your goals, your life, it's going to help you to really understand what's worth worrying about and what's not. Okay. What else for pile 3 this month, please? What else for pile 3, the month of January? We have study. This kind of pulls into themes of Sagittarius. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. So you guys may be learning something new this month. Again, Sag is higher education. So learning something new or going to school could be significant. I also see this as you doing research, which may also help to clear some of the stress around your situation. We have success. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. So like you guys are destined for success. We also have passion here at the bottom of the deck, which is so exciting because I'm seeing that there with the Page of Wands, right? There's like, so rise passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky, which is kind of like what we're seeing here and with Sag, right? So whatever you guys are doing this month, it's something that is infusing a lot of your passions and desires into your life. And it's starting off small in order to make these things a reality. And I do feel that you guys are on the pathway to success based off of what I see here. I think the challenge for you this month is just to trust in your intuition and kind of release any preoccupied thinking about it. You know, it doesn't mean that you don't pay attention to red flags, but you also want to make sure that you're not self-sabotaging. So pile 3, let's go ahead. I'm going to clear everything off here and we're going to get into your charms next. Okay, pile 3. So we're going to get into your dice and your charms. And let's go ahead and start with our dice and just see what else you guys need to know about the month of January. And as I share with the other groups, anytime that something rolls off of our little charm board here, we're just not going to take it. So we have a few dice that we will not be taking here, so we're going to move those away. It's so interesting because remember your rune that we got talked about home? I'm going to just place it there. And you guys have the sun in your home and family house or section of this chart here, which is really interesting. So definitely feels like what you guys are moving through this month has to do with your living situation, your family, your home life, something along those lines. All right, so we have our little... We have Sag here. I just realized it's Sagittarius. Let's see. We have our little Queen of Spades, Queen of Swords, the Sun. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, and this one fell out. So let's see. All right. So yeah, like the Sun is highlighting and activating your home and family situation here. So just kind of further confirms that like this is a month where I feel like you guys are really focusing on like your moving or your living situation. We have the letter Q. I feel like this is you asking questions or being quizzical because of that anxiety that we had. That's like the first thing that's popping into my mind here. But Q can also talk about like, you know, initials. So it could have to do with like a city or a country or, you know, a person, something like that. But the Sun is talking about your sense of self and your personality. So there could be like a concern around like, am I going to be living in a place that really aligns with myself, like my sense of self, with my personality, with who I am? Am I really going to be moving to a place where I feel like excited with the Page of Wands to be there that brings and activates my passions? You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm getting. That's what I feel the worry is about here. You guys also have the Star, which talks about dream fulfillment, but then right next to it, you have the Squid, which the Squid, I think, talks about like dangerous situations, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Let me see. The Squid, it says threats on my little cheat sheet here. But, you know, that kind of makes sense because there's definitely something here that's like red flaggy that I think you guys are picking up on with your intuition. And so it's like, it doesn't mean that you just ignore, like that anxiety is just something you should ignore, but I think it's just saying like trust in your intuition and your own ability to like see and sense the red flags and be able to like avoid them, right? Like the thing is like you guys are more empowered than you realize you are because you have a choice, right? Like if you see something as like a red flag with your home situation or this move that you're doing, you have the ability to like reach for, like anchor it back to zooming the lens out and thinking about the bigger picture. You can pick something else, right? You have control over fulfilling your own dreams and your own destiny with regard to the situation. Okay. So lots of stuff lighting up the home and family section here, which makes a lot of sense with the rune that you guys selected. So you guys also have this star and moon charm here under finances and wealth. This talks about being adored. So you guys could be having like a pretty fruitful month in terms of your financial situation this month. You guys could actually maybe be earning money from like others who like really look up to you or find you as being really inspirational. Maybe some of you guys have like a position where you're in the spotlight. You guys also have the strawberry here under your social life section and others, which talks about the strawberry is associated with the season of spring. So when I think of spring, I think of fresh starts and new beginnings. So that could be connected also to your financial abundance as well. Like something about this community of others could be like really adoring you and looking up to you and contributing to your financial stability, which is beautiful. Others of you guys, there is like a new beginning here in your social life also, or with like people, community energy, which is great, kind of freshening up the energy there. In love, you guys have Sagittarius, and you also have the Queen of Spades, which would be the Queen of Swords, I believe. So this is interesting. We're really getting like a ton of love messages in your cards, but maybe this is something else that's been contributing to some of the anxiety that we see here. So it's interesting. So again, Sagittarius coming up twice. Maybe something about your move or your living situation is tied into your love life too, right? Maybe something about this move may improve your love life, or maybe there's kind of more clear thinking about, you know, the types of partnerships that you want. You have this treble clef here, the music note, which talks about being in sync, right? So like, I feel like actually a lot of you guys this month, I'm seeing here with love, there's like this energy of being in sync with somebody mentally and communication wise. And I'm also seeing here, there could be some similar interests that you guys are in sync with this person on, all tying into the themes of Sagittarius, right? So it could have to do with like your move or your home life that we talked about earlier. It could have to do with travel, higher education, philosophy, religion, spirituality, things like that. But there's definitely like something here. It could be like a feminine energy as well. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic partner. It could just be someone like a friend, right? That's showing up as a partner to you in a different type of way. That's a feminine energy as well. Which is really interesting. So last but not least, you guys have this little, this is the earth element. And this is under your advice. So your advice this month is to stay grounded and stay centered and continue to plant seeds. You know, kind of going back to our Page of Wands, I feel like this is just kind of echoing that message of taking things like one step at a time. And I don't know, just like you guys are moving, it seems like, or relocating or traveling. Like there's something about you putting down roots that I think is also a part of the advice here. Putting down roots. And maybe that's where some of this anxiety is coming from, because maybe you guys aren't sure if this move or this home life that you're creating for yourself is where you want to put down roots. Only you know the answer to that. But I think it's going to be important for you guys to stay grounded and not let your anxieties like get in the way of progress. And trust yourself that you're going to instinctually know what the right fit is for you. So I feel like I was rambling a lot, pile 3. I hope that all this made sense. Comment below. Let me know what you guys have planned for the month of January. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I do look forward to seeing you there. Bye.